Hey y'all, Squid back again with another X and Y Wi-Fi battle. Today we do have a Wi-Fi battle against GamerTherapyTV. Now, she was looking for a battle. Actually, she messaged me on Twitter and was like, hey, would you like to do a battle? And I was like, alright, sure, what do you want to do? And as you can tell by the Pokemon that are on your screen, I'm actually doing an OU battle. Normally, I don't do many OU battles. I usually look for lower tier stuff like NU. I like to find some PU stuff. I haven't done PU in a while. Actually, maybe I'll start looking for those. But I like to do like RU. I like UU stuff. But I tend to stay away from the OU meta. But in this case, I was like, you know what? I would like to try OU. I haven't played it in a very long time. Now that Aegislash is gone, it's a little bit more inviting. But what happens is, bring it today. I couldn't help myself. I had to bring my Noctowl with me because I absolutely love my Noctowl. It's a great special defensive wall. It's shiny, and it really has a unique set where I can, you know, avoid status and turn it around to help me. I have Nightshade so that I could cut down by 25%, or well, in this case it would be 50 hit points per attack that I do. And it's also my defogger, so it really helps me in a defog support scenario. I'm going to be running with a sub 3 attack Garchomp. I did get rid of Sword Dance because I didn't feel like being walled by Togekisses anymore, so I ended up putting Rock Slide on there. I'm going to be running a Scarfed Medicham because I wanted to have either Mega Medicham or Mega Manectric, and I figured it'd probably be more beneficial to run Mega Manectric just because of the natural speed boost that it does get. And if I do run Scarfed Medicham, back I believe it was in RU in 5th gen, this thing was a threat. So I could definitely make use of it here today, so I wanted to do that. I want to bring Quagsire to help be part of my wall core with the Noctowl. So it would help me deal with the Garchomp because I know I could take a hit. I could deal with the Nidoking that way. And I could possibly handle the Scrafty if it wants to set up Dragon Dances or Bulk Ups or whatever it wants to do. And I could possibly take hits or Brave Birds from the Talonflame and work around it that way. So it's very important I keep Quagsire alive. And finally, I am running my Greninja. My Greninja is a special Greninja, which if you have seen my Saturday Night Live when I did use it, it is a very funky, weird set. I don't know why I keep using it, but for some reason I just really like this set. I'm running enough speed to outspeed any type of Garchomp except for Scarfed. I do have Surf, Ice Beam, Extra Sensory, and Dark Pulse with an Assault Vest with, you know, a little bit of HP investment running Modest. So looking at my opponent's team, she's definitely brought some threats. There's a Garchomp, which is, good lord, that thing is scary, especially if it's Scarfed. There's Nidoking, which its coverage is absolutely phenomenal. I believe if it had a little bit more speed, it would definitely be running things in OU. There's also an Azumarill. I have to be careful of Belly Drum Aqua Jet, not something that I want to be a part of. There is going to be a Mega Blastoise, a Scrafty who is always a huge threat, and there's always the annoying Talonflame. Now, once again, GamerTherapyTV's link will be in the description below. I highly suggest you go check them out. And now we're going to get into this battle. Now, for this battle, I wasn't exactly too sure on what to lead with. Since we did have 2 battles, this was our second battle, I ended up leading with Quagsire the first time. So I was like, alright, you know what? I don't really have a set lead, and I don't want to lead off with my Greninja because I don't have U-turn on it. So ended up leading off with a Talonflame. I guess I definitely could have predicted that way better. But I ended up switching right into Quagsire, feeling I could take a Brave Bird. I really have no problem taking a Brave Bird, or at least so I thought. I am running max HP, max defense. This is definitely banded damage. It has to be. If it's not, then I'll be completely surprised. So it's going to be enough for a 2-hit KO. Depending on max min, I may be able to live the next one. But as you will see, my dreams are completely shattered by that, and the fact that it's a critical hit. So Quagsire, the one thing in the beginning of the video I said that I need to keep alive, has just died on turn 2. So that was really, you know, a pretty big waste. Now Garchomp is going to be in. She's going to continue just to go for Choice Banded Brave Bird to really put a big hole in my wall just in case I was scarred. She'd get really good damage off on me. But I am going to get Rough Skin, and I am also going to get the recoil from the Brave Bird. That's almost going to be able to take it out. But thank God I did put Rock Slide on this because he's 4 times weak to it. but at this point it's really not even necessary. So really Garchomp was kind of just in here as fodder, so I knew I could at least bring it down and retaliate with the Rock Slide. Now she has a chance to go into anything that she wants. She doesn't want to bring in what she's going to want to do is bring in her Zoom Arrow. Now I was expecting a Aqua Jet, and I was hoping that she wouldn't be the Belly Drum set. Luckily for me, Earthquake does do over 50%. Turns out she's just going to go straight for the Play Rough. I still don't know what kind of set this is. It could be Choice Bandit. Obviously it's not Citrus because there was no Citrus to go off, but with the Rough skin, I will be able to get off a little bit more damage. Now, since I wasn't sure what kind of set, I still don't know what kind of set it is, but I am able to bring in my Greninja and go for an extra Sentry. Even if it was Assault Vest, I'm pretty sure that from that range of health, a stab, Psychic Attack will be able to take it out. Now, she is going to be able to switch into her Blastoise here. I am of Psychic type. I know it's going to Mega. I know it's going to go for a Dark Pulse. I'm not predicting her to predict me to go into anything. I'm just going to go right into my Noctowl because I know I could take a hit. It is unstabbed. It is going to get the boost, the Mega Launcher boost. That's what I'm thinking of. It will get the Mega Launcher boost, but Noctowl's special defense is literally one of the best that I've ever seen. Look how well it takes this. Now, I have to play some games here. It does outspeed me. She ends up predicting me to switch out, but I'm not going to switch out here. I want to stay in. I do have my Citrus Berry because both of my leftovers were being used, and I figured Citrus would just be okay for this situation in case it got 2 attacks off in a row and I need a little health back. So I will be able to go for a Nightshade here. She's going to continue to go for Dark Pulses. I was kind of expecting a Water Pulse or something like that. So I guess she figured that Dark Pulse was going to be doing enough, so she didn't have to go for another move. But then she shows me that she does have the Scald. Now, this is a golden opportunity here. Now, she does get the crit, but since I see the damage for the crit, I know that I could at least take another one. So now, I want to get burned. You guys seen this Noctowl set before. The burn is definitely something that I want. So now, I'm going to roost up. And unfortunately, I am going to have to be semi-stally, just because this is my only wall left, and I do want to be cautious with it. So I'm going to sit here and roost up until I'm comfortable with my health level, to where I can continually take Scalds and hopefully finally get burnt. So now what's going to happen is she is going to go for the Scald yet again. But there's a purpose to my stall. I'm not just stalling to be a dick. I'm stalling so I can get burned. And now with the burn, I will be able to go for a Psycho Shift and then burn the Blastoise on top of it. So now I'll be able to whittle it down with not only Night Slash and Roost, because the residual damage will be happening. Now Dark Pulse is going to come in. I'm okay with that. I'm still above 50%. Well, I'm probably kind of directly at 50%, right there. But regardless, I am going to Psycho Shift the burn over. Now it's going to start whittling her down, and I will be able to Roost back up. And instead of going for more Scalds and trying to burn me again, because I could always pass that burn onto the Scrafty, I could pass it on to the Nidoking. Probably can't pass it on to the Garchomp because that is some raw power right there, and I'm not very physically defensive. So I am going to end up just continually going to Roost. I was thinking about going for a Nightshade and just cleaning it out, but I really wanted to play cautious because I lost my defensive wall so early in the game. I lost it turn 2, so I do have to play a little conservative here. Now, I was thinking here I should go for Nightshade, but I could, be at full health for whatever next threat comes in, and I do want to be at a good amount of health for the Nidoking in case that is going to come in next. Now, I'm going to Roost up here, get back up to pretty much full, and Blastoise is going to go down to the burn. Now, the next part is she's going to go into Scrafty. Now, Scrafty is very scary because if it's Moxie, this guy can literally punch my entire team out. And if it's Dragon Dance, it's going to be able to outspeed my my Manectric because I'm not Mega Evolved yet. It's going to be able to outspeed my Scarf Medicham. So I'm just going to end up going for a Nightshade here, which may seem silly, but I didn't know if it had the Ice Punch. I thought maybe it might just go for that, take me out. But the optimal play probably would have been, well, it depends, because if it would have just went for a straight up attack on the first turn, I could have been in a sticky situation if, switching in my Mega Medicham, because that is going to be my counter to the Garchomp, because I do have Ice Punch on there. but the Drain Punch is going to do a ridiculous amount. Nightshade is going to put it down to like a little bit of, 50 hit points away, but it doesn't really matter because now it's at +1 attack, +1 defense, and back to full health by just Drain Punching the crap out of my bird. Now, I have to think about how I'm going to try and play around this. I'm just thinking to myself, I'm very thankful that it's a bulk up set and not a Dragon Dance set, or else I'd be really screwed. Now, I'm going to go into my Maniptric. I am going to Mega up so I can get the Intimidate, so it's only at +1 defense, which pretty much neutralizes this to the fact that I'm only going to be attacking it on the special side. Now, it's risky here because there's a Scrafty and then there's 2 ground types left for her, which are her Nidoking and her Garchomp. So she can switch in one of those at any time, especially the Garchomp. If it's Scarf, she could switch that in, predicting my Thunderbolt, and then just, EQ me. Or even from this rage, she can go for an Outrage and take me out. Now, at this amount of health, I know that I can get a good Thunderbolt off, even though I do get the Paralysis on the last one. But she's not going to be able to restore that much HP coming off of how much health I have remaining. Now, unfortunately for her, she does get paralyzed this turn, and I will be able to go for an extra Thunderbolt just to clean this guy out. And now I just have to deal with the Garchomp and the Nidoking. Now, the fact that she goes out into the Garchomp either tells me A, this is going to be a bulky Chomp, or B, this is going to be a Scarf Chomp. And she shows me right away it is going to be Scarf. She did go for the Earthquake. She could have definitely gone for an Outrage that would have taken me out. That may have put her in better position. Now, it turns out that I did calculations after the battle, but Earthquake should be able to clean me out easy, not a problem. Turns out I live it on 17 HP, and I'm allowed to turn this around and go for an Ice Beam. Now, it turns out that Earthquake from a Scarf Garchomp doesn't kill Greninja, even with no, HP investment, or I think it's 4 EVs in HP, but I'm able to turn that around. I'm not any kind of choice item. I am running the Assault Vest on here, just more or less to deal with like Gengars and stuff. So, or Latioses. But I don't really deal with that because I don't really play OU. So I am able to go for a Surf on the following turn, outspeed the Nidoking, and I am going to be able to take this battle. I didn't even have to go into the Mega Medicham, but once again, GamerTherapyTV, thank you for the battle. It was a lot of fun. Definitely check her out. Her link will be in the description below. And stay tuned for more battles. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.